The next step would be you will make it commercial, that you will upload it to the App Store. So most of you who are using Android, you will be aware of the routine that we get applications from the Google Play, right? We'll go to Google Play and search for the application that we are looking for. Our device will be already listed inside it, so you will download it and it will automatically come to your device. So Google Play is a kind of repository where all the applications are sitting, and all the users across the globe are going to that repository and getting the applications they want onto their individual device. Okay. So the point that I would like to make here is aligning with Android, aligning with iOS have two completely different methodologies. If you want to do with Android, your market will be much higher, users will be much higher. Okay, you can check it in any community that you count the number of people carrying Apple, you count the number of people carrying Android. You will always find that Android is much higher than Apple. Okay, it's not just because Apple is positive as a market. That is just one angle of it. Rest of the things are these kind of things where Apple mandates that for everything you go to Apple and get it. Whereas Android is like developer friendly, it's people friendly, it's social friendly. Okay, customer base, isn't it? We have 120 crore population, and almost everybody carries a phone these days. And the most important thing is the hardware. The actual device is getting day by day more and more affordable. That means maybe in 5 years from now or something, we can see that everybody who carries a cell phone carries a smartphone only, isn't it? The key kind of phones, the feature phones, which used to be there everywhere some time ago, are slowly getting out of the market, because for the same price that you buy a feature phone for say like 3,000 or 4,000, the same thing you can buy a smartphone, isn't it? So slowly Android is penetrating everywhere, and it will become omnipresent one day. Okay, if it is a phone, it will be a smartphone. So we will see that kind of situation in maybe 3 or 5 years from now. Okay. So that's about the general perspective of Android OS. So why Android OS? Why we have to learn it? Why we have to be aware of it? Its developments, its changes, and what it takes to start, learning Android, things like that. So as and when we are going through the slides, I'll give you more information that is necessary at that particular point of time. First, we'll start with what the smartphone and tablet, the revolution, this buzz is all about, and then we'll focus down to Android. Okay. I don't know why you guys noticed it or not. The below Android, I just picked up one line from some website. Nothing Android is touching the other side of the glass. What it does really mean is, as a user, you are interacting with the glass. You are touching the glass, doing the job which you are expecting it to do, making a phone call, sending an SMS, whatever. Yeah, opening the browser, loading the web page. So when you are instructing the device to do that, what it is actually doing is something behind the glass. It's happening, isn't it? In the hardware. So since till today we are all users of Android. I hope most of you are. So now today you have started looking inside the device and see viewing the glass behind what's there in the glass, isn't it? So that's why we picked up that line. Anyway, so basically what Android does, when we say OS, how it is different from a desktop OS like Windows or a Mac OS or Linux, isn't it? So of course we have a general classification, it is desktop OS, this is mobile OS. But how different they are, to each other. Main thing is how people are using that particular thing. Second thing is how people are interacting with it. These two are the major classification between a desktop OS and a mobile OS. We'll leave the desktop OS because we are seeing it right from the childhood. We'll particularly to the mobile OS, most of the time users spend their time in this area. Android to use some application inside your device. That will be either your phone, SMS, or what else? Calculator, or all that you do type. Most of the people today, they instead of carrying a watch, they prefer giving time into their mobile phone, isn't it? So it's as simple. So there are all applications that comes built in the OS, like what we discussed now, phone application, these things, and applications which are outside the OS layer developed by some third-party developer, like me, you, or anybody, and we download it from there. There are several kinds of applications like that. Like there are note takers, there are task planners, there are budget planners. So many things. For every single requirement, there will be an app. You have to go to the Google Play, check for the availability of that app, and you can download it. IPL is starting, there is an IPL app which gives all the IPL schedule, matches, videos, all that data. Isn't it? So like that, for any topic you take, you can make an app. Isn't it? And that happens on some purpose. Some will do just give information. Some will do some job for you, like my phone have apps like scanners and all. For if you have to scan a document, generally you have to run to a shop where the printer and scanner facility. You have to give this printout paper to them. They will scan it. So this used to be the usual thing. Now, our phone itself is having a scanner. Our phone itself is having email. So most of the things that we used to rely on outside are slowly coming and sitting inside our mobile phone, so that our mobile phone is everything. It's like that. Just imagine, 2 days if you switch off your phone, it gives a lot of peace of mind. That's a different thing. But you will clearly understand that daily routine has changed significantly, isn't it? Without your phone, your daily routine will significantly change. For everything, whatever you are doing very easily, now you are spending more time, more effort, isn't it? To make your phone call. Just imagine, instead of using a mobile phone, you have to run to a STD booth and call. It's a quite effort thing, isn't it? So applications. Second thing, games. Games I said in a generic sense, but after the trend is like games will be played by only people who have affinity towards games till some time ago. Like when the desktop was normal, device that we use for everything. People who sit and play a game are definitely people who are having some level of inclination towards playing a game. But now that's not the scenario. The latest trend is, it's not just the people who love games, it is everybody is playing games. Everybody are playing games irrespective of whether they are interested in gaming or not. For example, you are standing in a bus stop waiting for your bus. You don't have your bus coming. It will take some 10 more minutes. Most of us will quickly open our phone and will start playing Sudoku or some other crossword or some Scrabble. Isn't it? Isn't it? Many of you are experiencing it. Before that, maybe you might not have that tendency or interest to sit on a desktop, open some road rash or some game. There are people who does it. I'm not saying they're not there. Discounting them as a normal people, normal